So my 14-year-old told me you can't catch a virus as they taught her at school for a whole term just before the scam. She got an A+. That's not even a plus. Anyways, she said people are truly stupid. Yeah, people are stupid. No wonder who. How's it going, everyone? And welcome back to Easy Peasy. My name is Zach, and today we're going to be taking a look at r/thathappened. What did you learn at school today? Restorative justice is sort of like when you knock someone's block tower down. You don't just apologize and walk away. Restorative justice means you help them rebuild it. Sela, 5 years old, kindergarten. Black Lives Matter at school. While helping my daughter with World War II homework, she asked when they learned about Captain America and Hydra, or the box Indiana Jones found that melts people, because that's when things will get cool. I can't decide if this means I'm failing as a father or absolutely crushing it. Well, if this actually happened, well, I mean, at least you know your daughter knows some cool stuff. A little girl wanted to know what the United States looked like. Her dad tore a map of the USA from a magazine and then cut it into small pieces. He told her to go to her room and see if she can put it together. After some minutes, she returned and handed the map correctly fitted and taped together. The dad was surprised and asked how she had finished so quickly. She said on the other side was a picture of Jesus, and when I put him back, then our country just came together. I see, there's a religious undertone here. 2 days after I bring my newborn daughter home from the hospital, 22-month-old son. When's she going back? Me, back where? Son, to her house at the hospital. Me, she lives with us now. Son, mommy, you're not making good choices. Wait, what? What are they trying to say here? I just went to a McDonald's and there was no McFish on the menu. When the hell did that happen? Is it permanently banned? Or is just my local McDonald's? I demanded to see the manager, but they accused me of being a male Karen, so I walked out. I think the fact that you call it McDonald's in all caps, that says plenty about you. I caught my kid stealing something in a store, so I made him personally apologize to the owner of the store and told him he would work for 3 months without pay. I don't think they can legally do that. Just because I look like a model doesn't mean I want to constantly be hit on. Paige and I are at a club and I've always got guys throwing their numbers at me. There. Can't I just have a drink without getting hit on by 30 guys? Some guys are leaving their girlfriends to come and try to talk to me. One guy offers me a modeling contract. One guy says he is an acting agent and wants to sign me. This happens everywhere I go. Imagine how it will be when I am famous. If I can't even go to Starbucks without 15 guys hitting on me, when I'm famous, it will be a lot worse. I was driving and came to a stoplight and 6 guys hit on me. This is why customer service is the perfect job for me right now. No one can see me. They talk to me normal. Okay, what was the point of this? Just trying to casually say, by the way, I'm hot. I'm 6'3" and I wear a cowboy hat, boots, and a full-length duster everywhere I go. And so far, everyone seems too intimidated to ask me to put on a mask. No, just because you're a big, tall country boy doesn't mean no one's gonna tell you to put on a mask. I was high with a bodybuilder friend once, and I talked about how it was kind of messed up that we eat other animals' muscles to grow our own. He went vegan after that and said, never again. Those are their gains, bro, not mine. As funny as this is, I don't think it actually happened, unfortunately. I talked to my liberal neighbor tonight about the 2020 elections. She said it's a hard decision on who to vote for. I said, no, it's not. It's either Trump or socialism. Her jaw dropped. She said she had never looked at it that way. It's that simple, folks. Trump or socialism. Well, one of them lost, so I got my entire workplace to see the truth. Oh boy, what's this? One of the older coworker ladies gave me this mask with kittens on it, and she said she found it online after I once told her I loved cats. I then ripped it up in front of her stunned face and gave a speech on how COVID was fake and made by Fauci and docs to have a job. To have a job. The entire office clapped, and now everyone is now wanting to learn more about the truth. My even manager gave me a promotion. If you text like this, I don't think you have any shot of getting any kind of promotion, or making a speech for that matter. My 3-year-old daughter comes up to me and says, give away the stone, let the waters kiss and transmutate? I looked at her and said, these lead-in grudges into gold. She then stated that Tool is the best band ever and that I was the best dad ever. I think I won today, lol. I usually just go to the doc when I'm really sick. I tell them what's wrong, what meds I need, what doses, and for how long. They just look at me like, no they don't. They probably do their job and, tell you anyways, even if you supposedly know. Bill Gates is a proven sociopath and psychopath. In the late 1970s, early 1980s, I went to a few outdoor campus parties at Harvard. While there, I noticed Bill Gates. Those who I was with warned me not to socialize with him. Sure, yeah, okay. Teacher tried tried to suspend me for writing a book and knowing the author's reasons. I wrote a small novel and published it. My town is a small publisher. One day in school, we had to read it, 100 to 200 pages, and keep track of small details to discuss, and one thing was the reason the main character was wearing a fedora is because it means they are sad that their friend died. When the teacher said this, I corrected her, and she said, "How do you know?" And I said, "Look who wrote the book." They tried to suspend me. What? My 11-year-old daughter said, "Why didn't the Democrats allow an open and transparent audit of the 5 contested areas? It would have ended all the controversy." My 14-year-old son said, "Because it would have exposed the fraud." I just love my kids. I don't think you have kids. Also, actually, who would believe that their 11-year-old daughter said that? 11,000 people, I guess. I took an IQ test. I scored a 141. Maybe next time I will score higher. That's not really bad at all. My IQ is really good, lol. Honestly, it's just a measurement of how well and fast you learn. Mine's 182. Wow, your IQ is higher than Einstein's was. Einstein only had an IQ of 160 to 170. OMFG, my mom was just cutting a baguette and I snuck up behind her and gabbed the bread, and ran, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I shouted, "I'm 24601. And now I'm hiding in my room with a huge baguette. What do I do? Update, I've built a barricade. This is just random equals funny, except it's not funny at all. My 9-year-old son has learned about Karens through YouTube. He thinks a group of Karens should be called a complaint of Karens. Right. Buying tampons. Cashier, would you like a bag? Me. No thank you. There's a very sketchy guy outside and I want him to know that I'm not the person to mess with today. Cashier legitimately screamed, laughed. Okay, it's not that funny. In fact, it's not funny at all. My kid is smarter than me. My 10-year-old daughter just said to me, if I had a boyfriend and I got engaged to my boyfriend and he treated me the way mommy treats you, I wouldn't marry him. At least she'll never live like this. Jesus Christ, that's just fake and depressing. This happened once. In first grade, the entire class, including the teachers, got a different answer, but I got one more. So everyone was like, no, it's blank. And then I went up to the whiteboard, showed them my answer, and outsmarted the teachers, lol. Okay. The driver got arrested 5 times by the police because of the painting. Jesus Christ, that is, okay, wow. I just had to take my daughter to an ENT. Here was our conversation, looking at her chart. Allergic to aluminum in medications? Why would there be aluminum in medications? She's allergic to vaccines. There's aluminum in vaccines. There's aluminum in vaccines? Really? Yes, sir. Interesting. I didn't know there was aluminum in vaccines. Why would that be in there? To himself, looking puzzled. How did you find that out? The CDC media and excipient list. It says it right on there. Really? It does? Yes, along with many other harmful ingredients like formaldehyde, and human DNA. I didn't know any of that was in there. I just had a bunch of vaccines to go to Africa. Well, you should look. You might be shocked what's in them. I guess so, looking confused. Nice to meet you. That makes no sense. Why wouldn't the doctor know what's in the vaccines? And 2,600 people liked this. I'm at school writing this and something crazy just happened. So I was listening to this during social studies, you know, just doing my own thing. I noticed the Fat Rat uploaded a new song, so I thought, why the hell not? He's one of my favorite musicians after all. I must have been playing it for like a minute and then someone shook my shoulder and gestured for me to take my earbuds off. He was telling me everyone in the class could hear the music because my earbuds weren't fully inside my phone. I looked at the entire room and everybody was just rocking their heads to the music. My mind went blank and I must have been blushing super hard. Haha, I've never been so embarrassed but so happy at the same time. When I stopped the music, they just told me to keep playing it until the end, Lamau. Hashtag feels good, man. Hashtag that didn't happen, man. On my way home from work, I ride my bicycle and I was sweaty and dirty. I had a date that night and stopped at a high-end clothes store to pick up some new pants and a shirt. The staff all pretty much ignored me, which is fine with me. I know they work on commission. I purchased close to $1,000 and the manager asked how my experience was. I told him that I wasn't greeted, nobody asked if I needed assistance, and was pretty much shunned. He apologized and asked me to wait at the register. He walked out on the floor and fired every single uppity employees. What? He offered me a discount or gift certificate. I thanked and told him I would be back with more friends. I don't believe this story, but it reflects poorly on you. What kind of a person would be psyched to get multiple people fired because the salespeople didn't pay enough attention? Fired employees, you mean? At worst, they got moved to a different store or shift time. No way is one customer's bad experience going to make a manager fire their entire store's worth of staff. Lol, at you for thinking it was anything but show. More perks of being best friends with the son of a Russian mafia boss. The best part of owning a Chick-fil-A is free food whenever you want. Bro, what today? Amazon just mistakenly gave me a PS5, Lamau. I kind of feel bad, but there was no address on it to return it, literally just a box. If you're missing a PS5, let me know in the comments. I'll give it back to you. Dude, if Amazon accidentally sent me a game console, I'm not giving it back. So today my AP art history teacher was teaching us about Hatshepsut, the only female pharaoh, and he was like, have you seen women? They can pop out a baby and be like, all right, let's go. And then he walked us over to this guy and aimed his fist towards his balls, and the guy flinched and held his crotch. So he was like, men may be stronger, but women are tougher. And then he said, so when someone tells you to grow a pair, they mean ovaries. Oh. I interviewed a candidate through Skype last week. During the call, I heard the sound of inmates in the background. Are you in prison? I asked. Mind you, we have a strict policy on felonies. Yes, and my kids are in the background. I hope that is okay. He thought I would dismiss him for having smuggled a Raspberry Pi and webcam into a maximum security facility. On the contrary, I admired his resourcefulness. I hired him on the spot and immediately resigned my offer. I like to keep candidates on their toes. He did well. After the interview, I told him that I wasn't impressed with his rap sheet because I had already lived it, nor was I impressed with how he presented himself. He burst into tears. My fault, B. I felt bad. I told him that he was actually beginning to look familiar. As he dried his tears, I remembered the old adage, real recognize real. This was our guy. I changed my mind again and gave him the contract. He couldn't believe it because he thought I was going to leave the call. Dead, he asked in disbelief. I chortled, realizing what a good thing I'd done. Smiling, I told him, dead ass, my friend. Dead I lost interest in the story very quickly, and I ended it, and it turns out I still don't really care about it. My son came home from school today and told me that his classmates were making fun of him for being conservative and straight. In fact, one kid's parents told him he was gay, so he went around saying that and punched my son when he said he was straight. What the Okay. No one actually genuinely makes fun of people for being straight. That's just, that's not, especially at school. Kids don't give a shit. I just pissed off a TSA chick as I was taking off all my metal stuff. So my belt, my 2 cuffs, my waist chain, my necklace, my boots, and my jacket, and the TSA girl just goes, wow, kid, you have quite a bit of metal stuff. And I looked this straight in the face and said, I am more metal than you will ever begin to understand, you nerd. Okay, yeah, you got called a kid though. I mean, that she won automatically. And you seem very childlike, so, you know, lady behind me at the store. Excuse me, I can see your nipples through your shirt. That's so inappropriate. Me, what's inappropriate is the fact that I can smell your breath through my mask and yours. 6 feet, no pressure, Karen. She deserved it. Everyone has nipples. Her, I'm going to tell your manager. Me, a black woman. Oh, you're racist too? Her, why do you people always pull the race card? Manager walks up. She obviously stops him. This employee is a disgrace to your company. Look at her nipples, to put it short. Manager looks at me, then her, then gives me the look of confirmation. Ma'am, this is a Walmart, and she doesn't even work here. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Her makes a scene and is escorted out by security. The best part is, her name was Carol. Okay. I really thought this Visco shit only happened on Visco, but nope. I was in the parking lot of Chick-fil-A in my car with my mom. This really cute kid is across from me in his car, and you know, we're like making eye contact and shit. Then he gets out of his car, comes to my window, knocks on it, and I roll down the window and he looks at my mom and goes, hi, nice to meet you, ma'am. I'm Tyler. I would just like to say your daughter is beautiful and I was wondering if I could have her Snapchat. My job was literally on the ground like, what? And now we're snapping and he's so sweet like, OMG, I can't. Why do you look not happy about that? Baby, because this didn't happen. I was standing on the bus back from uni and the driver suddenly braked really hard and this girl like flew across the bus and somehow I caught her and without thinking I said, I think you just fell for me. And I shit you not, the entire bus applauded me. No, they did not. I'm in the store and the moron manager comes over and tries to tell me to put a mask on and I tell him I'm not. It's not the law and no one can take away my freedom. Everyone is now watching. I yell, "This is America, not Russia. You do not have to wear a mask or do anything the Overwatchers tell you. I never wear a mask. I've never been sick. It is possible this virus thing is a hoax. Don't let them tell you what you have to do, people." Suddenly, people are taking off their masks in class. No, they're f***ing not. When did you realize that teacher you loved was actually an ass? I had a sub-teacher last week in my 8th grade bio class who kept trying to make me do my work. I don't do homework. Kept bugging me about it, so I kicked the out him. r/I am very bad. Yeah, that's a fitting reply. I don't know, man. I had some liberals for furniture movers, and they refused service to my family because we were simply white. Dude, no. Jesus Christ. These people want to be oppressed so bad. They even said it as they left before they could build our furniture that we paid for them to build. And the manager had to get on them twice and then fired them and had to send brand new people to get the done. Welcome to r/Thathappened. Did everyone clap after? So I'm at a gas station getting Red Bull and the guy in front of me is trying to get condoms and his card got declined and this little old woman behind me whispered, "He just got cock-blocked by Visa." I f***ing myself. Was it that funny? I was going on vacation with my family and saw this cute girl at the airport lounge that seemed to be my age. There's just something special about seeing someone your age at the airport, I don't know why. I approached her and little did we know we had seats next to each other. Long story short, we ended up f***ing in the bathroom of the plane. Then when we landed, we f***ed again in another bathroom. After that, we exchanged numbers and went on with our vacations. Today, she's still my girlfriend and I love her so much. What? I DM'd a celebrity about a sex dream I had about him. That's weird. I wasn't even expecting a reply, but we ended up adding each other. Now I don't know how to talk to him without looking desperate, but he follows this page, so if you see this, snap me or not. It's cool. Maybe don't talk to people that you follow and be like, "Hey, I dreamed that we had sex." Okay, bye. So this one time in grade 8, I was walking home and some of the popular girls came up to me and pushed me into a puddle and told me to go have sex with my boyfriend. And this girl says, "Wait guys, she doesn't even have one." And all laughed at me until the most popular guy in school came up to me and said, "Wait, did we break up? I sure hope not," and kissed me and I had no clue what he was doing. But yeah, we just got married. No, I don't think you did. I don't think this person exists. I remember in 5th grade, a boy said, "Oh my god, I can see your bra strap." I stood up and loudly with a lot of drama said, "Oh yes, nobody can know that me, a girl, wears a bra. Somebody call Victoria because her secret's out." His face turned red and everyone laughed. You already know it's bullshit if it ends with "everybody clapped or applauded me. I'm so awesome." I won a knife fight and survived. No ambulance, didn't even have a knife. Kid was a f***ing moron pussy though. I ducked under when he slashed at me and he got me across the shoulder blades. Double leg takedown and he landed on the back of his head. The end. I had certainly antagonized him enough to sort of deserve it, so I cleaned out my cut and butterfly bandaged it and called it a day. It's a pretty wicked scar though. Looks more like a sword got me since it never got stitched up right. r/Thathappened. That's lucky. Most self-defense classes have a saying for knife fights. There are two kinds of people in knife fights. The ones who die in the street and the ones that die in the back of the ambulance. I've delivered food for a long time. 15 years. Definitely hooked up with a lot of wives. Sometimes been caught. Guys get real sensitive when they hear a hung white man making their wife moan loud. Oh well, I get mine. Yeah, then you woke up, Lamau. They know. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of r/Thathappened. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get notified every time Easy Peasy uploads. And if you want to hear more from me, my personal channel, ZachX Fuller, is linked in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, I'll see you around.